Alright guys, we are deep in the Everglades. We just launched at a launch along US 41 called East River Park. And we're going to be working our way back towards the Fakahatchee Bay today. We're going to take the East River all the way down to Fakahatchee Bay and back. It's about a 6-mile one-way trip. That's the goal, at least. We may end up getting on a good bite somewhere and getting sidetracked. We'll see what happens. We'll check in with you when we get on some fish. Alright, we're getting ready to head into a tunnel. I just noticed I could stick my rod tips underneath that rigging plate and then secure them with the bungee here, the paddle keeper bungee. That'll be perfect for going through these tunnels.
So this route is called the East River, but most of it is actually a winding mangrove tunnel that is barely wide enough for a kayak. Even though it's a very narrow creek, it is deep, even on low tide. In some areas I couldn't even touch the bottom with my paddle. However, in spite of the deep water, some sections have a lot of downed trees blocking the path. On this negative low tide, we often had to push the kayak under the tree while we climbed over it, which was a bit of a balancing act. My buddy Mike filmed me here and provided this footage. I think he was just trying to catch me on film falling in the water. Now this was actually the most challenging section of mangrove tunnel. It was almost a mile of uninterrupted tunnel, and there were several spots where we had to get acrobatic to make it past obstacles. Believe it or not, on the return trip, the tide had turned and all of this was underwater. We paddled right across the top of all of this.
Oh, spider.
Are you not pregnant?
I sat down right there. I limboed under those spider webs.
If you're an arachnophobe, you don't want to come on this trail.
Nice.
So as you can see, for the most part we could keep the drives down because these creeks were deep, but there were some sections on the lower tide where it was easier to pull up the drive and use the paddle. Towards the end of the day, I discovered that if I left the rear lock of my PDL drive open, it would just bump up and over most obstacles. Now every now and then the path opens up into a good-sized lake, and that's where we were able to do some fishing. Besides the East River that eventually leads into Fakahatchee Bay, the 10,000 Islands, and the Gulf of Mexico, there were also a number of side tunnels that led to other lakes, but eventually end up in dead ends. We discovered this when we took a few wrong turns along the way. Checking GPS frequently is definitely important.
Chunky little guy. Super fat. It's like a bass. Alright, made it back into this little muddy bay, and all that's left now is a river that leads out to Fakahatchee Bay. Got this little snook there. See you, buddy. Got a nice snook on. I missed the initial hookup. He jumped like 3 times before I could get the camera on. Come on over this way, buddy. This guy is probably about 26. A decent snook. "24 to 26, somewhere in there." Might be, yeah. I think we're right about 26. Gotcha. Yeah! This guy is yellow. He's yellow from being back here. You might be 26 or so. It's gonna be close. It is fun catching these decent sized snook that are approaching the slot back here in shallow water like this. I don't think he's a slot fish, but he's close. He's getting there. Okay, let's see what we got. $25.5. 25.5 inch Everglades snook. Thank you for the catch, buddy. He's already kicking. Cool water. Gets him right back. Cool water gets the oxygen right back in there. Gills quick. You ready, buddy? There he goes. Ooh, big gator. Big old gator. Check out this big gator, guys. She's laying on the edges of the mangroves over here. Oh! I got too close. Little dink. Oh, he's not bad, actually. Oh yeah, he's a dink.
He's a bigger dink?
He's just like the other dink. Come here, you. Ooh, he fell off right in the boat. Another pretty little Everglades snook. You can get away.
So the kayak camping trip into the Everglades that I've been promising is still happening, but we had to postpone it due to high winds on the outside islands where we plan on camping. I fished this area this week because the mangroves protected us from the winds. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Catch you next time.